Hello, and welcome to episode 23 of the 3&6 podcast. Today, whilst physically being in the room, mentally, I'm still on a beach in the Bahamas.
Completely checked out.
Absolutely nothing behind these eyes.
Except caffeine, again.
Except caffeine. No more energy drinks today, because I don't remember that last episode we did.
What last episode?
Exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
So strap in, kids. Well, today we're going to be talking about social listening for hotels and how important it is. We've got a list of questions that we're going to fire at each other rapid style, but not that rapid because we're both still incredibly jet lagged. So it might be slow style. In fact, Faceless, can you just play this video at 2 speed? This is going to be a really serious episode.
Very, very serious. Many, many listenings will be listened about social.
So, Tris, definitely not going to read this off a piece of paper in front of me.
Okay.
Let's talk about social listening, which I believe is to help social marketers understand how social listening can drive better guest engagement, brand loyalty, and booking decisions by turning everyday interactions into business opportunities. That's really corporate.
You do that at 2 speed?
Yeah, no. It's because I just took a sip of this. Social listening for hotels. How it's important, obviously it's always been important, but how it's getting more and more important for hotels to understand.
You sure?
Yep.
Do you want to start again?
I'll start again.
Can we edit that? Yeah.
No, we're keeping this in. We're raw dogging this. Okay, we're going to get through this. It's always been important for hotels to understand what the guests think. The increasing advent of social channels been a sort of two-way street now. There's more and more opportunities for hotels to have a much more direct connection to the guests, to listen to what they like, what they don't like. That's the first angle. The second part is it's almost a unfiltered, user-generated, here's the reviews, here's what the hotels really like. Yeah. Which of those two do you think is more important?
The third one.
Great. Which is what?
I don't know. I was not listening and I was hoping there was going to be a third.
Thanks for tuning in. This.
I think for me personally, I think it's the second one. I think because it covers the whole journey now. I mean, social media has become its own entity, its own thing within the context of hotel management.
Okay,
it covers reputation management. It covers that's am I going to book? What's further on down the funnel? It covers what area, what destination am I going to go to? Right up at the top of the dreaming phase, when you're talking about just the general location, and then everything in between. I think the influence that social media has on a booking now cannot be quantified, not in traditional terms of Google Analytics gives you this, your central reservation system gives you this, but the impact that it has is undeniably huge for me.
Okay, let's go off piste.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Do you think hotels should spend as much money on outreach advertising, like top of like search marketing, as they do on reputation management? Do you think they should be? Do you think hotels are more concerned with let's try and get someone through the door by buying keywords, rather than they are let's try and work on a reputation by getting somebody who's responsible for analysing, responding, collating, reviewing the kind of
I think they are. I think you're right there. I think a lot of that comes down to the hotel industry itself.
Yes,
the way that the hotel industry works month to month, and because of that, and because you have a management structure, so you got ownership, management group, then it's obviously vendors or various parts of people that do services for the management group and the hotel. You end up having this microcosm of KPIs, and it's just okay, well, what did we do last month, or what did we do this month last year? And you're looking at it in such a fragmented or narrow window by comparison that it's often forgotten about, like, well, hang on, what's going to be sustainable growth month on month, that if we invest in it now, we're going to thank ourselves in 6, 12, 18 months' time. SEO falls into that one massively. You know what it's like. It's incredibly difficult to convince hotel owners to invest in SEO. We've found that, and the ones that do then massively reap the rewards. Oh, God. Just give me 30 seconds. I'm just going to have a quick nap. Yeah. But the same goes for social. I think for me, social, it tends to become, or has become, a little bit of a box ticking exercise. It's like, oh, we've got somebody that responds on social. Well, hang on a second. Well, what are you doing about actively going out there into the top of the funnel and trying to trying to inspire people to come to the area and then to your particular location? And I think it takes a lot more creativity. With more creativity, you need more time. With more time, you need more resources, and obviously more money.
A lot to unpack there.
Thank you.
I'm not quite sure how long that monologue was, but could we get time on the screen for that? Thank you.
Really?
You made first good point you made, and I think it's a rabbit hole. You talked about it month to month and the foresight and stuff. Agencies and hotels live and die by the bookings for the month.
Yep.
Like, what have we made this month? What have we made this month? And it's a smarter hotel, to your point, that is able to look a month or a quarter ahead and say, well, let's take some of the problem is with the agencies, they live and die by those results as well. Yeah. So it's a very brave agency that will say, actually, no, folks, this is really great, but what are we going to do at the need periods where year over year this is, the low season?
And you've still got that, even when you're being brave and doing that, you've still got to get, bookings through the door. So that there's still that trade off. So balance. You can never truly go as push full throttle. You can never really do that as much as you probably want to, simply because you've got to justify your existence.
And the second great point, box ticking. I love that phrase because it's so right with social. So, for example, let's define box ticking. You have somebody who says, once a day I'll check Facebook. If someone's on fire, we'll deal with it. You're ignoring a forest of valuable information. It's like somebody, when you check out of a hotel, somebody says, was your stay okay? Or did you like your stay? And you start to go, well, yes, but, and they go, don't actually give a shit. But I've asked you, don't give a shit.
Oh, bless you. You actually thought that was a question.
Yeah. There's your bill, off you go. Because you can read so much into it. It's free customer research. Oh, 5 people have complained about the heat of the pool, or 10 people have complained about check-in speed. Great, what can we do operationally to make those changes?
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't cost you anything other than reading some comments or responding to reviews.
And a bit of foresight as well. That's what it is. I think it's understanding that. And you notice that at hotels, the good hotelier teams that you've got there with a strong GM and a good front of office team, they're on the ball.
Yeah, and a growth mindset. Gosh, it sounds such like a.
What's in that? What is in that? What are you back on the caffeine again?
It's coffee. It's only coffee, but I don't think I pressed decaf.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't press decaf.
Yeah.
Hotels with a growth mindset, rather than pretending everything is fine and that you've got it all from the get-go and you've got it all right, find the places where you've got it wrong. Even if you're a 5-star, there's always ways you can squeeze a little bit more out of the experience completely. That's my belief.
Yeah.
There's one question here that I think is really a really interesting one. Why that Alex wrote? Why is how a hotel engages on social more important than how much it posts? Boiled down, quality.
So did you see the blank stare there?
Explain like I'm 5.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
For hotel posts.
Yeah, totally agree.
Absolutely.
And I think that goes back to the box ticking as well, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, I've got 5 posts to do. I will do 5 posts.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. If you have a target of things, you're gonna be sat around going, God, I have no idea what I can write about at all. You don't need to. And I mean, we talked about in a fair few episodes ago, banner blindness. Do you remember the banner blindness? Eventually, people stopped noticing.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. You're going to get post blindness. I can't think of a word for blindness that begins with P. Post paralysis? No, that sounds too medical.
Yeah.
You're not going to see posts eventually if your feed is just flooded and spammed by one property. But if it's a property you're interested in, it's one you've stayed at, you're going to pay more attention, I think, if it's sporadic, if it's not something you see every single day.
Or the quality of the post that they're putting out. Obviously, it can be linked with quantity as well, but the quality of the post that's going out is that good that you actually engage with it. Yeah. Because we all know how the social media algorithms work. The more you engage, the more time you spend with that, the actual actions that you actually take, whether it's a like, retweet, whatever it's going to be, you're going to get more of that in your feed. Yeah. It's simple. So if you're just pumping out dross, basically, that's not really creative, not been thought through that particularly well, it's just there for their sake. You're not going to. People are just going to skim past it. They're just not going to show up in their feed again.
Agreed. Okay, slight pivot. In the age of AI, where nobody actually writes any words themselves
or
anymore,
exists,
I mean, it's down today. GPT is down today. I know. I had to actually write an email with my fingers, like a peasant.
Like a peasant.
In the age of AI and immediate responses, how can hotels balance efficiency with a personal touch? Any thoughts on that?
Well, I think AI is the best tool to actually help do that. We've now got a machine that is capable of thinking faster, in some cases smarter, and with more creativity and giving you more options and directions. But again, it's a tool. And people are looking at it as, it's a tool. Write me a post. There's the post. I'm going to put it out there. That's not how tools work. The more that you put into it, the more you get out of it. And it's exactly the same with any AI LLM model that you're actually going to use for your social media posts. You can tell the posts that have been created by AI, and just blandly created by AI. The ones where you can't tell are the ones where it's actually got a bit of a blend. It's got a blend of somebody who's put some thought or creativity into it, added that thought to an AI, and then come out with something that is probably better than what the original thought would have been, or gone off in a different direction, or given, expanded it from 1 post to 3 posts, or whatever it would be. I'm kind of you know what I mean here. But you and they're the ones that you can't actually tell.
No, I agree. I also think there's something to be said for templatized answers. For example...
Oh, you mean for reviews? Or just responding in general?
Responding. Something like, okay, this happened, great. Sorry the pool wasn't the right temperature, we apologise for this. Yeah. It's okay to cookie cut the same thing if it's a small answer, just as informational, that doesn't require personality. But if you don't get many reviews, or you don't get many comments, or there's not a lot of social activity, even the little ones, even that's an opportunity to put across the personality of a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
I really like it where, and I don't know if I'm falling for this myself, where corporations or corporate responses will have like the initials of the particular social media manager that's responded to that. So it'll be response from the corporate, and the bottom of it, it'll say like dash BH
GPT.
Or dash GPT, at the bottom of it. And I think that's an opportunity to get a bit more personality of the hotel across the property. That if I was a GM and we had the resources, I would be instructing the team to do it. You respond as you. Respond in the voice. As long as you understand the values and the tone of the property, and you wouldn't be given the keyboard if you didn't, put your own flair on it.
But then you can still get AI to help you do that. You can literally tell ChatGPT or Claude, whoever, like, this is how I write.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Who? They're not real people, Tris.
Don't you wash your filthy mouth out. That's
it. Claude.
No, but you can literally upload a sample of your previous responses. You can say, go and check the website out for what type of property we are. Here's the review. This is what I want to say loosely. Have at it.
Okay. If tomorrow the ability to become a cyborg was presented, I would be front of the queue. All right? Turn me into T1000. But
this is probably T1.
I still... No. No. I still think there's something to be said for the old-fashioned finger tipping.
You literally just complained that ChatGPT was down and you had to, as I quote, write an email like a peasant.
No, and that is true, because that was a email that I didn't want to write. That didn't need personality. It just needed responding to. Whereas...
Really?
It was to you. Whether
I wouldn't know. I've got GPT answering all my
It's
emails.
just two LLMs talking to each other.
We've not communicated for months.
It's
via
only this
email.
podcast we talk. That I think is there's opportunities to actually put your personality across. And here's one of the reasons why. If you're in a really crowded marketplace, talk like big cities, every hotel is a big box. On an avenue, there's 5 in a row. Blah blah blah. Why you? Why not the one next door if it's a comparable product? And I think it'll come down to personality, vibe, and the feeling of the hotel.
Yeah.
And those kind of public interactions are a great way of putting across why you should stay there. I think that's the kind of stuff I look for.
Yeah, and I think, but it also serves another purpose as well, isn't it? Because it's not just am I staying at Hotel A or Hotel B? It's also I'm staying at Hotel A, but where am I going to book it? Because then you've got the OTA direct conundrum as well. And we all know you go to an OTA. You're not going to get the most personalised experience when you're on there, but you are going to get a very salesy experience. We know that people then go and check the website, they'll check social media, they'll check TripAdvisor, they'll check, reviews on social media. They're doing all of this before they go and stay at that particular property. And that's your opportunity to get that, the vibe over, get the, what's it going to be like to stay here? And I think that's where social media really comes in and kicks in. And that's the opportunity there to say, hey, book direct, come stay direct. Because once they're on your website or once they're on your social medias, you need to be directing them into the booking funnels that you should have set up there.
It's your booking to lose, buddy.
Exactly.
As always said. Okay, so can we agree? Listening is important.
What was that?
Well, I think my colleague is trying to say is it's a pivotal part of any hotel branding, any distribution strategy, any marketing.
Dad jokes, you can't beat them.
You can't beat them. Final thoughts today. You were given 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. But 10 fingers. Think about that. Until next time.